It's time for sneak peeks. We're getting a brand new district inside the clan capital. And what's this little guy all about? Sneak peek season is upon us, and guys, we're getting a brand new district inside of the clan capital, Goblin Mines. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff that Goblin Mines has to offer here today, and we'll also talk about what the Goblin Builder has to offer for you in today's video. But let's start over in the clan capital. Goblin Mines is a new district that's going to unlock at Capital Peak level 9. This is where the Goblins is taking up residence over in the clan capital, and it's going to feature a brand new defense, the Goblin Thrower, and a brand new trap, the Spear Trap, along with a few other buildings that you're going to have to come back tomorrow to see what they are and what they do. So let's take a look at some of this new stuff. The Goblin Thrower is our new defense, and it's going to come loaded with 5 Goblin Barrels. They're going to do splash damage to the ground troops, and one thing to note is these 5 Goblin Barrels are persistent throughout all of the raids during the raid weekend or whatever the case may be. But what's going to happen is it's going to throw these 5 barrels, and out are going to come spear goblins. And if these spear goblins aren't defeated, they're going to stay in there. Let's take a quick look at the stats. These numbers are always subject to change as we are in the developer build, and then we'll take a look at how the Goblin Thrower is actually going to work. So as you see here, damage per second of 25, spawn units total of 15. Each barrel will have 3 times 5 barrels, 15, and then total hit points of 4,000. It's got a range of 9 tiles, and then it's going to deal that splash damage, and it's going to throw out the spear goblins, dealing 70 damage per second with 200 hit points. So let's take a look at this Goblin Thrower in action. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a giant right in here, one of these boxer giants, and we're going to watch this bad boy throw. Not to mention there's other defenses in here, but check this out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to throw in a barrel, and it's going to have those spear goblins in there, and then those spear goblins are going to be active for the rest of the raid until they're defeated, so they can be really annoying. And as you're kind of working through here, you can see we're just going to launch up to 5 barrels throughout the life of this, and I feel like this one could be really pesky. Like having these spear goblins, not only are they ranged, but they're just going to keep throwing out there until there's 15 of the spear goblins. I feel like they can slow down troops, as you see here, just throwing down and stopping my Super P.E.K.K.A right in her tracks right here. I think this one could be really, really annoying. Now, our next new defense is actually going to be a trap, the Spear Trap. And if you want to see that building next to the Spear Trap, come back tomorrow, guys. We got more Clan Capital sneak peeks. But the Spear Trap is going to have a damage of 180, and it's going to throw out projectiles all around it. 7 total projectiles, and this is at max level. And again, numbers always subject to change. So in the notes here, it says, how do you deal with sneaky archers being sneaky? Well, devise a sneakier trap. So that's what we're going to do here, is we're going to put sneaky archers in here. And the way this trap works is when you get offensive units within 10 housing space, it should set off these spears. Let's try it out here with some sneaky goblins. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, wait a second. Do you see that? That just took them out really quickly. Now, I believe it is single use here. Yeah, so it's only going to go off once, but that could be really pesky. It literally took out our whole unit of sneaky archers with just that one throw, and then we got this the Goblin Thrower here. These guys in combo here could be really, really annoying. Oh, check this out. This is actually mildly annoying, guys. Okay. This little combo here could be pretty nasty. Not to mention we got the minion hive in here in this new district. This district looks like it could be a pain. So I will say that what I've been experimenting with so far is I think air is going to be the way to take this one down. But we'll talk about that a little bit later as the update rolls out. So that's our 2 new defensive units over here in the Goblin Mines. There's going to be more. Like I said, come back tomorrow. It's going to be really cool to check that out tomorrow. And one change coming with this update that I want to note before we head over to the main village is we're going to be able to hold 35,000 clan capital gold. I think that's long overdue, but I'm happy that it's here. Now let's go talk about this little guy, the Goblin Builder. Starting at Town Hall 7, if you have all 5 builders, not including the auto hut, you'll be able to have access to the Goblin Builder, and he'll be here during the Goblin Builder event, which will be a limited amount of time. Check the events tab, which as you notice down there in the bottom left, that's where you can find the events now. But when all 5 of your builders or even your laboratory is busy, the Goblin Builder can come in and help you out for a small fee. But let's take a look at what that might look at, and it all depends on the time of the upgrade. For instance, our Royal Champion here, it is an instant upgrade. But, you know, if we messed up and we accidentally put everything down and we didn't have a builder available and we wanted to get her going or a trap going or something, just to have her, it is a 10 gem fee to hire the Goblin Builder, and then she'll be upgraded. Now, this is an 8-hour upgrade right here, and you can see the new UI here for the upgrades, which is really nice. It'll be 13 gems. And notice that he is affected by like builder potions, just like the regular builders are as well. Now, the downside of this is you have to pay that fee, and then if you want him to be done, you will have to gem it or use a book or something like that as well. For a longer upgrade, such as this Expo, which is 9.5 days, 380 gems to use that Goblin Builder. So it's going to be an extra builder, but it is going to cost you a little bit in here. So I just want you to be warned. You have to use those gems, and then he'll start building. And then if you want it to be done, you either have to use a magic item or use gems to finish off that building. And same thing in the laboratory. We got our invisibility spell going. We can have the Goblin Builder start in on our balloons, or we can hammer it, obviously. But if we want to do that, it's going to be 400 gems right there. It's tough, man. It's tough. I feel like this one could be a little controversial. I love the concept, and I feel like some people are going to use this and love it, but some of these longer upgrades are going to be very, very pricey as far as gems go. So the Goblin Builder is going to come in and help you out, but he is going to charge you a small fee, a little contractor fee, if you will. Let me know what you guys think of this down there in the comments. I feel like we're going to be torn a little bit on this one down in the comment section. There's some really cool quality of life stuff coming. Like I mentioned, the events tab is now down there in the bottom left. We saw that new upgrade screen for like the buildings and stuff, but check this out. Even for troops, you can see like all the stats and stuff and all that for the troops, but you can also see how the troops are going to behave. I like this one quite a bit. I think this change is really awesome, and you can kind of like switch between that. You can also see like how you can finish it with gems. You can see all that kind of stuff. And then you can even check out the description. I think this is a really nice UI change. It's really pleasant to the eyes, and I think this one's just going to be an overall like better appearance for how the troop upgrade screen is going to look, and even the troop screen in general. Now, one change that I kind of like here is, say you are rushed. Now, this isn't like super rushed or anything, but it's like a brand new 13 that would want to go up to Town Hall 14 here. When you try to rush your base, it's actually going to warn you of things that it recommends you should upgrade before going up. I like this one quite a bit, kind of warning against rushing and just letting you know that you are going to face stronger opponents and things might get a little bit tougher for you. There's also going to be some more changes coming to the clan capital. The jump spell going down to 1 housing space, so maybe we'll see jump spells used a little bit more. Along with that, capital halls 8 through 10 requirements have been upgraded because there are a lot of lower cost buildings down here in Goblin Mines and in Skeleton Park. So those upgrade requirements for 8 through 10 are going to be a little bit higher now. Also, elders can now start raid weekend, which I like that a lot. Don't have to wait for a co-leader to get on. I almost said co-worker. And finally, the clan castle deployment speed bug will be fixed. Where you had 8 or 9 troops in there, it would have deployed at that slower speed. Now it's going to deploy at the speed it's intended to. So no more buffed, nerfed super archer blimps. They're all going to come out quickly, no matter what the housing space is in there. So let me know what you guys think of our new district, Goblin Mines, and everything coming with it. And make sure you come back tomorrow, because we're going to dive in a little bit deeper and check out some of the offensive things that might be coming with it. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.